In the framework of the International Web Conference on Forecasting 2017, I have the pleasure to show the results concerning the global horizontal irradiation interval forecast with artificial neural network. This presentation will be realized following this outline. First, an introduction concerning the importance of the solar forecasting. Next, a brief description of the used data. The third part describes the forecast methodology. The fourth part concerns the error decomposition, and finally, the discussion about the results and the conclusion. The second part concerns the data used in this experimentation. The data used in this study comes from different sites. The global horizontal radiation is measured in 4 French sites by stations equipped with pyranometers. These 4 sites are Ajaccio, Bastia, Marseille and Montpellier. The next part concerns the forecasting of the stochastic component of the global horizontal irradiation. For the forecasting, a lot of previous studies shows that the MLP, multi-layer perceptron, which is a particular case of artificial neural networks, is certainly the most interesting tool used in order to predict the stochastic component of the global horizontal irradiation, in case of short-term forecasting or nowcasting. In this context, it's essential to consider the time series formalism of the global irradiation as described in this equation. As often in machine learning or data-driven algorithm, time series must be made stationary. For this, the SOLIS model described previously is used to compute the ClearSky time series. A simple relation allows to generate a new stationary time series called the ClearSky index. The next section concerns the most interesting aspect of this study. It's the error decomposition. In experimental science, there is no perfect measure. Experiments can only be made with significant error, more or less depending on the selected protocol or the quality measuring instruments. The first type of committed error is related to the uncertainty of measurement. Note that this error is joined with the MLP. In the equation, W is related to the weights and bias of the MLP. The time series GHI of t can be decomposed as a sum where GHI trend is the trend and GHI fluke is a quickly fluctuating function around zero, also called the noise of the time series. A perfect predictor describes the trend, while the quick fluctuations are not predictable, and the related error is the lowest error that a predictor can generate. The inherent error, sigma ts, is so computed with this equation. Considering the Cartier-Perrin theorem. To overcome the problem of sampling phase, often a CAFOL methodology is used. In CAFOL cross-validation, the original sample is randomly partitioned into k equal sized subsamples. The k result from the fold can then be averaged or otherwise combined to produce a single estimation, and the standard deviation, sigma sum, of the results can be computed. The third type of committed error with machine learning tools is related to data taken in the learning step. The standard deviation called sigma sample is defined by this equation. With MLP, there are a lot of methods to initialize weights before to use the backpropagation method. The most often used is certainly the random initialization run a lot of time, in order to consider only the initialization which minimizes the error of prediction under a sample test. This equation shows a part of the error corresponding with the initialization of the network. It is obvious to understand that more the prediction horizon is important, less the prediction is efficient. The prevailing view is that the evidence for long horizon global horizontal irradiation predictability is significantly stronger than that for short horizons. The last part of the error corresponding with the horizon of prediction is described in this equation by sigma or. It is possible to combine all the previous terms of uncertainty in order to generate a global error related to the prediction done with the MLP tool. All the previous error can be synthesized in a global uncertainty of prediction. In this equation, we see four terms in the error decomposition, related to the measurement, the machine learning aspect, the time series and the horizon. In this section, we will discuss about the results and the conclusion of this study. Computing all the error terms with all the data available for the foresight, we obtain these results. The first, sigma mis, the error on the measure. The second, sigma ts, the error on the time series. The third, sigma ml, the error on the machine learning. And the last, sigma or, the error on the horizon. We can see that the standard deviation is very different for the foresight of measure. The previous components allow to calculate the global uncertainty and to propose a prediction band defined by UB for upper band and LB lower band. These two equations show how we calculate the limits of the lower band and the upper band. A prediction is now defined by a triplet, the prediction, and two limits define a prediction interval or prediction band. This slide shows for the 1 hour horizon the three kinds of uncertainties described previously. In the bottom, the global or total prediction band, dashed line for the upper band and lower band, and blue line for the measurement. On the right, the method we have developed to generate a reliability index. We have used the method shown previously to compute the reliability index. In this figure, we see the prediction and the measure in the top and the reliability index in the bottom. We see that when the variability or the volatility is important, the index becomes very low, so the forecastability decreases. We have defined for a popular machine learning technique, the multi-layer perceptron, four kinds of uncertainties: the error due to the measurement, the variability of the time series, the machine learning uncertainties, initialization and sampling, and the error related to the horizon. In this slide, we made a ranking of the different uncertainties. Sigma mis, about 1%, sigma ml, about 5%, sigma ts, about 10%, and sigma horizon between 5 and 20%. For an 1 hour horizon, consider only sigma ml and sigma ts seems to be sufficient. For a larger horizon, upper than 3 hours, it is essential to add the horizon component sigma or. It is possible to generalize the approach to other sites and other machine learning tools, like SVM, support vector machine, regression tree, or random forest. For increase the interest of the prediction interval methodology, it will be also possible to physically bound the upper and lower bound using very performant clear sky modeling in order to obtain the global solar irradiation, maximum value of the band, and the diffuse part of the solar irradiation, minimum value of the band. Then, I hope this presentation was interesting and thank you for your attention.